first thing I would do if I see a golfer just not moving, i.e., you know, they're swinging and they're kind of stalling through the ball, or they're moving in the wrong order. Maybe they're sort of pulling with the hands and not moving their legs. I would bring out the cane. There's something really intuitive about swooshing a cane. Oftentimes people don't move because they're concerned with the ball strike. They've got some kind of anxiety with the ball, so being ball bound, and the movement is all based around trying to hit. Well, in actual fact, there's a good mover kind of in there just trying to get out. So first rule I would do is I would use a cane, and I would start, I think probably the most freeing exercise is with the left hand. And what I'd be looking for with the left hand is that you place the left hand about a foot down the cane, and the aim is that we make a token backswing. So we're not going to go into any any depth there, but do try and have a relatively straight arm and wrist hinge, and then we are pulling on the cane and swooshing it around us. So I'll show you that face on. Ideally, I'll be doing this in the studio so the student can see themselves in the mirror. We're pulling with the cane, and the aim is to finish with the arm beside your head, so the cane goes through the back of your eyeballs and points at least to your side, potentially even more round. And without the right arm on, that's fairly easy. And you'll notice that to get the arm behind you, you won't have enough shoulder mobility unless you rotate the chest well. And that's not always intuitive to some people. Some people would want to kind of let the arm fling off them, or be reluctant to let that arm rotate. So that's a good indication of something going on in the swing as well. Okay, so from this side, I'm pulling on the cane. As I'm pulling with the left hand, this hip is pushing back and really letting it swoosh through. And that feels beautifully intuitive and free in a way that my swing doesn't always. Then right hand. So same drill. Now, as we use the right hand, it's a real sense of pulling the hand around that hand path, but I'm trying to get the elbow leading the hand. So if we were throwing a ball, it is obviously we move from the ground up, but we move the elbow in front of the hand, and we get that kind of motion. We'd never have the hand leading the elbow, so it has this element to it. You know, and in more detail, the shoulder is externally rotated. So when we're doing the cane drill with the right hand, it is a sense of finding the ground with our feet, pulling the cane around the circle, but trying to feel like we are pulling and having the elbow lead the hand and not the other way around. And you can see how that looks. This arm is being used to sort of pull around and down and through. And quite clearly here you can see how the left hip is moving back, and as the hip moves back, the right side comes through. So then we've done left hand, we've done right hand, and the trick then would be to see whether we can do that with a club in your hands. Now, swinging a cane with two hands is really not intuitive. It's quite odd, actually. It's like you've got kind of too much control over it. So I tend not to do two hand drills there. So you can do the left hand drills with a club, not swooshing it too fast, just feeling the weight of the club as it swings around you. And then, I mean, in this case, I'll be using my shadow, but if you have a mirror or reflection, that would be great. Can I make one committed movement and finish in that lovely position with the hands beside your head and the club shaft through the back of your eyeballs? And then, of course, the next step is when you're standing on a tee like this, and you've got water and bunkers and lots of rough, can you commit to making that swing and just getting to the point where in your mind you are fully committed to getting to the end of your swing? If you've enjoyed this video, then please click subscribe and I'll keep you up to date with more coaching information. And if you really want to take your game to the next level, then please visit my website, golfcoach.online, where you'll see there my subscription channel, which is Golf Coach Access, which is all about building a golf coaching and education community and having really structured long-term programs. And the best thing is you can get immediate free access.